Okay, about 7 months ago, I had a full hip replacement. Prior to 2017, I was very active. Did a lot of hiking, biking, running, kayaking, and from 2018 until just this past year, I stopped a lot of the activities I was doing because of the pain that I was having in my hip. When I finally accepted the fact that I had to have a hip replacement, I had the surgery. I had it on November 11th of 2023. It's been quite a recovery, but it's amazing the activities that I'm starting to do again and the conditioning that I haven't been able to appreciate for 5 or 6 years. I'm starting to get back into that kind of physical condition again. So today I'm just going to document some aspects of the Mason Dixon Trail. I'm at the Mason Dixon Trail just above the Conowingo Dam in Maryland, and today I'm going to be doing a hike along the Mason Dixon. It's a pretty rugged trail. It's nothing like the Appalachian or some of the things I was doing in the past, but it's starting to show the type of physical condition I'm getting myself back into. I'm going to take a quick scan. I'm going to show you the trailhead marker. Just show you Glen Cove is 2.8 miles north of here. You got Broad Creek, and of course the trail continues for 20 miles above this point. So it's an amazing trail to hike on. So again, I'm going to start to document some of my experience getting back into physical condition. I would have started this a lot earlier, but getting back into some physical condition after a full right hip replacement. This is a good example of the start of the trailhead on the Mason Dixon, again at the Conowingo Dam, but very similar to some of the inclines and declines or the elevation gains they experience on sections of the Appalachian. But it's a nice trail for this geographic area, and again, just documenting the type of physical condition that I'm in, and able to do this with a 10-pound McGregor 18-liter backpack on my back, and without any pain in my hip. Mason Dixon Trail has blue blazes, sometimes double or triple blue blazes, but has blue blazes all the way from Havre de Grace, to the end of the Mason Dixon Trail, which continues all the way through Carlisle, Pennsylvania. As I mentioned before, this trail has so many different elevations, but it's got some great views of the Susquehanna River. So we're walking along ridge lines right now along the river, but again, just a great trail with a lot of scenic points. So I started walking this trail a couple months ago. The intention is to eventually do the whole thing from Havre de Grace all the way to Carlisle. As you can see, it's also a pleasure to be able to do this with full hip and leg capacity, less than a year after a full hip replacement. So if this gives, people who are thinking about the surgery or thinking about the capacities, obviously everybody's experience is personal to them, but it's really a great thing to do to get yourself back into a point of being able to do all those physical activities without pain. This is a good example of the different types of terrain that you experience on this trail. You go from majority of it being in the woods, hilly, inclines up and down, moderate trail, but then small sections of just these little pasture, low grass areas before you enter back into the woods. Again, and no difficulty navigating any of this terrain with my hip or my leg or with backpack on. Okay, this is about a mile in from the Conowingo Dam. We are at Hopkins Cove. Just cool little way spots all along the hike. It gives you an idea of the different types of terrain that we're on. But what a great day. We've had stretches of 98-degree weather the past 2 weeks, storms. This is the first day that we've got reprieve. We've got some cloud cover. It's in the 80s. Humidity's down as well. Great day for a hike. Yeah, and you can see little way spots all along the way that you can stop at. You can see the placard for the Mason Dixon Trail. Again, blue blazes all on the way. Okay, this is the point at Hopkins Cove. What a great spot. Little creek to dip your feet in, cool off. You're hot and on the hike. And the trail continues on the other side of the creek. Today, just going to turn around and pack in. We're about 1.25 miles in the trail at this point, but pack in, and today's a pack in, pack out. So we're going to start heading back the same direction we came. And keep on sharing these different terrain shots from the Mason Dixon north of the Conowingo Dam. Good part of the terrain is elevations, hitting ups and downs. This is an example of a stretch. This isn't one of the steep sections, but this is an example of a good stretch, which is a couple 100 yards of just a moderate incline. But I want to share this good testament of being able to do this after a full hip replacement. And I stopped doing this kind of activity for a good 5 years. just because I was weighing having pain versus getting the surgery. It's probably good I waited, but at the same point, I couldn't be happier to be out and doing these activities again on these kinds of trails and these kinds of settings. And this isn't all of it. I'll be sharing hiking, kayaking, biking, and all types of activities I'm able to do now that my hip is in great shape, feeling great. Okay, so we just wrapped up the section of the Mason Dixon. Only went 1.6 miles into it today. Turn around, same hike back. But again, want to share just the level of physical activity I'm at 7 months after a total hip replacement. And share a lot more of the activities, a lot more of the things that I'm doing, and the people I'm doing this type of activity with. But it's a good testament to show the gratitude to have this type of mobility back and to be able to enjoy these types of activities again. So it's a great trail. This is just a small portion of the Mason Dixon Trail north of the Conowingo Dam and north of Havre de Grace, Maryland, which is right in the heart of the Susquehanna State Park. Thanks. Enjoy.